Adrianna be singing, okay, just breaks out in song in the middle of the house.
It's not the type of singing of somebody that like thinks they're good at singing and like wants you to hear and compliment them. She's just insane and doesn't shut up. Like,
I have a song in my heart.
And she's gonna make it everybody's problem.
Welcome back to House of Maher, a Wave original presented by Duncan. The Wi-Fi password is bikini line, all lowercase. I'm one of your hosts, Ilona Maher, and I was recently told I have a very nice rasp to my voice.
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah.
Who said that?
I hear
Can we
it.
know? Who said
I'm leaning
that?
into it.
Okay.
I'm leaning into it.
New personality trait. I love it. I'm Adrianna Maher, and I've been told I have the strongest American accent in the family.
Interesting.
Weird.
Whatever that means.
She's also loud as heck. She does not know her surroundings sometimes.
I have a voice and I'm going to use it.
Right.
I'm going to make it
should.
everyone's problem.
And I'm Olivia Maher, and I have maybe the most annoying voice.
Your voice isn't too annoying. Your voice is pretty soothing, I would say. Not when you do
Okay.
that sound, I guess.
Should I get into reading audiobooks for money? I'll do it.
Absolutely. You already have the
Okay,
mic.
you have to have at least 4 different voices. So give me like, okay, best friend voice, go.
Hey guys, you were at that party and he really wanted to see you.
Perfect. Okay. Give like male character voice. Hot love interest voice.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is where it's
baby.
gonna get tough. Whoa. No, give me a little more.
Well, you could come over to mine later if you wanted to. I have this dog and he'd love to meet you.
Not bad.
No.
Not bad.
But could have some, you could work on it.
you
I'll
could
work
add
on it.
more.
Okay.
There's some women who had like, a lot of that male.
Like really gravelly,
Yeah.
like.
But the best ones I've noticed only do a hint of it. Like it's still a normal-ish female voice, but there's just this essence of like, okay, I'm in love with him, but it's a woman reading it. Do you know what I mean?
Gosh.
Do you mess with having 2 voice actors on the same audiobook? Like a
Not
male
really.
actor? No.
I will if it's a his chapter versus her chapter and it's just his voice, but he's doing the women's voice too. It's not like dialogue back and forth. I don't really mess with
Got
that.
you.
So
I don't mind it. I'm listening to one right now that's like that. And I think Olivia tried listening to this one too, but the girl's voice is kind of like annoying. How would you describe it? It's like,
it was a bit
I can't even do it, but it was like,
abrasive.
oh,
I'm
tough.
listening to this one, and there's 6 point of views, and so there's 6 different voice actors, and so all 6 voice actors have 6 voices for all the characters, and so you have to memorize so many different voices for
Right.
like trying to understand who's talking, and it feels like one big math problem.
Yikes. Well, if you're watching, you might notice that we're in a little bit of a separate setup today because we are on the go. We are officially
Girls on the go.
We're girls on the go. We got places to be. Now you're officially on the sister group call. Now this is what this feels like every single week. Ilona and I are in San Diego. She has a shoot that's happening later today. So we did this while Adrianna is home in New York City. But we had to get on here and speak the good word.
Absolutely. This is my apartment. However, this will look a little prettier next time I'm here for the podcast, but we're just in between.
Did you get your nails done recently, Olivia? Because the way that you're pushing your hair back. Adrianna, do you notice that?
Not yet. Let's see them.
All
Hold on,
right.
she keeps
First
pushing
of
her hair
all,
back like this. Yeah, that's what she keeps doing. I'm like, I know when Olivia got her nails done. She's doing her.
I actually haven't. I'm going on next week, actually. They're just really long right now. So
You're just so delicate.
I did shave them down a little bit because they got too long. I just saw something about, you can tell a male actor is wearing a wig for the first time in his life from the way he tries to push back his hair. He like claws, like,
That's
and I
how
guess-
you're acting right now.
Yeah, that's what, once you said that, I imagined that. But like, I guess a good example of it is in the Hunger Games, Hey Mitch, because he's bald in real life, he's wearing a wig. He's always like pushing his hair back weirdly or like not ever really touching it. But that's me with my nails.
That's a good point. That's you. Well, we are trying to figure out how to wear these headphones. So like, do we go over the hair? I have one side over the hair, one side not. You
I'm
have
double
both
that.
sides.
I feel like a poser almost with it like over the hair. I tried to make a gap, but
Ugh. I feel cool. I feel like I'm in like the studio. Like I'm about to drop some like Hillary Duff riffs and bars. You know what
you
I
gotta
mean?
like take it off one ear and just
Yeah.
yeah.
out of all of us, if we were in the studio, who has the best singing voice?
On the count of 3, everyone says who has the best singing voice, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Olivia. For people who just heard a mumble of words there, we each said ourselves, which I knew that was going to happen. We're not giving up that title. We love a singing. I will say, speaking of loud voices, Adrianna will sing. Adrianna be singing. Okay, just breaks out in song in the middle of the house.
Say, it's not the type of singing of somebody that like thinks they're good at singing and like wants you to hear and compliment them. She's just insane and doesn't shut up. Like,
I have a song in my heart.
She's gonna make it everybody's problem.
I was just going through my camera roll and I found a video and I think I stole it from your phone, Olivia, and it's Ilona and I walking in Los Angeles and it's like 10 seconds in and then I just start breaking out in song on the sidewalk and I was like, tough watch. Goodbye.
I have lots of clips of me just doing something and you're in the room too, and all of a sudden it's you in the corner like, and all.
My problem is my storage. I'm always out of storage because I take so many singing videos and I look back at them and it's the same 2 songs and I'm I'm a psycho. It's also just like me in my apartment. Where are these going?
Can I share that Adrianna writes songs, but I have yet to hear one. Adrianna is a very talented little songwriter, but she doesn't like to show us.
She pays for like proper songwriting classes and courses in New York City.
Well, I did it once. I took a 10-week course, and it was really fun. And like, I've never done anything like that. And it was the first time like I've really made an effort to focus on songwriting. I showed Olivia after a few drinks some of my songs, but just the lyrics. So
I gotta get her drunk to listen to her.
Get her drunk, and then she'll kind of be like, "Can I show you something?"
I've been working on this one.
And sometimes it's when we're in my apartment too, so like my guitar is there, and she'll be like, "Do you mind if I?" She points at it, all mysterious. But to me, I mean, it's sort of like writing poetry, right? Or what?
Yeah,
what do you think the difference is?
No, I think it depends on like what kind of songwriter or poet you are. But I think people write songs in different manners. Like sometimes they'll do lyrics first and then we'll put like an actual like melody to them. I do both as I go. I've tried to like write just lyrics first and then I sound like a kid who's just being like, and I'm walking to the store and it's like I can't do it. But I actually haven't written anything in a while, and I should get back into that.
Get into it, girl.
That feels like a summertime activity, which this episode sort of, I mean, I'm going to call it the official start to summer. Can I say that?
No,
right? We
please.
just had Memorial Day weekend. It's summertime. I know it's technically over this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend, but I'm saying this episode right now that we are the official start of summer 2025.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
Do we have anything on our summer bucket list, team?
Drinking a spritz.
Hey.
Out on a deck, maybe. Grills going. First off, summer in Vermont, in Burlington, is one of the best places to be. If you guys are trying to figure out a little trip in the summer, go to Burlington. We have Lake Champlain right there. It's so beautiful. We are as you all know, we like to eat dinner all together. But in the summertime, we do a grill. My mom's out there grilling. My dad's grilling. Our classic summertime meal is chicken on the grill with Northwoods seasoning from Penzeys Spices, right? And then my mom makes this sauce that is she's kind of legendary for it.
Yeah, she's known.
It's called white sauce. It's pretty much just a nicer version of ranch, I would say. And it's called white sauce because it is just the color.
It's a bit on the nose. Yeah.
Very creative.
It has like a spice packet from Holland that she says you can only get there. So she makes this sauce and like we put that on everything in the summer. That's like, we know it's summertime when we have white sauce. We do chicken, we do potatoes on the grill, we'll do a vegetable on a grill. She gets into like garlic bread on the grill, puts that on there. Put some, Adrianna you've been into the onions on the grill.
The grilled onions, especially the outer layers, so they get so crispy. Or when it's corn season. And just, because actually we boil a lot of corn. We don't grill it often.
In the summer we do.
In the summer we grill,
yeah. And then you gotta shuck it while it's hot right off the deck there.
Hot.
That is the best. I mean, you guys are forgetting one of the most iconic meats for the white sauce, which is Italian sausages, both hot and sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. And then we also love a like a barbecued pizza moment. Mom will make mom will make these unreal, like basically just like a basic pizza dough, and you shape them, and then you first cook those on the barbecue real quick. You get them all charred up so they hold shape. Then
Just stiff.
so they're a bit like stiff, right? And then you add your sauce and your cheese and your caramelized onions and your bacon and your whatever you want on there. You throw it back on the barbecue, and then you just cut it up into small pieces, and everybody can either have like a personal pie or you can split whatever you made as a family.
So good.
So good. So at our house, we have this lovely back deck, and that's where we spend a lot of time. Our kind of thing is like, it hits like 4 or 5. We're like, all right, well, guess it's time for a little rosé or a spritz.
Well,
and we'll go sit out there.
We just love nature.
We love
we love
as long as there's a drink in hand.
Well, I mean, an iconic move for us is go dip in the lake with dad, come back, have a drink, sit on the deck, enjoy, barbecue, chitty chat with one another.
Until the mosquitoes come out.
Right. I was going to say that, yeah.
The mosquitoes have been getting worse and worse the past few years, so we haven't been able to sit outside as long as we'd like.
Yeah, and last year they were carrying like a bad disease.
So then you had to kind of stay inside.
So PSA, if you have any standing water around in your yards in Burlington, Vermont, dump them out because I'm trying to have a good summer on my deck.
100%.
No standing water.
No standing water.
And it's actually like quite a small amount actually for them to lay eggs.
Yeah. No standing water summer. I'm calling
above
it now.
3 tablespoons, dump it.
Yeah.
All your kids' little trucks in the sandbox, dump it.
That's all those little
Yup.
bugs need to breed and
We're trying to have fun.
summer.
We're trying to let loose
I'm trying to be
this
outside
summer.
this summer. We're all single. I'm trying to be outside.
Yeah. Is Burlington, Vermont like the place to...
Right.
Is that the place to be to find them?
Good point. Maybe. And if you're in Burlington, Vermont listening to this, you are beautiful. You are.
Yeah.
wanted.
You have so many opportunities,
You are
and
so
you're going to have a good
kind,
summer.
and I think, yes, there's someone out there for you.
Right. Well, you guys have just been to our family reunion, which we've done for years and years. And that was always like, for us, Memorial Day weekend is our family reunion where we all get together because we don't see our family very often. We have like a very nuclear family up in Vermont. It's us 5, my mom's sister and her husband, and my mom's Oma. And that's like the family that we do. Like
Our Oma, mom's mom.
Mom's mom. That's the family we do Thanksgiving with. That's the family we do like Christmas with. It's just that 8 people. But then we have more family kind of in the, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York. That's where they all are. So this Memorial Day weekend is the one time we come together and we just kind of hang out. And Olivia kind of made it her mission to go this year. So
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's when I think about like best memories growing up, it's like being at the beach with the family. And like we grew up on a lake, whereas this was the ocean, and the ocean was just like such a mystical, cool place because like mermaids did live there. Mermaid. I knew mermaids didn't really live in our lake. They lived in the ocean, and we would go like once a year, and I loved it. And then it was there for us through every like phase of life. So as I got older and I was more like exploring the beach and collecting shells, and then I got really into crabbing and catching like the crabs along the
loved crabbing.
I freaking love crabbing. And like there's an ice cream truck, and you play tennis, and the family sits around in a circle, and you just catch up about the year and everything that's going on.
We call it the circle of love.
Yeah.
And we all just get lawn chairs and just everyone's has a drink in hand. There's maybe a cheese board and just like hours just sitting out there talking. It's lovely.
It can be anywhere of two people in a circle to anybody else that joins in to like all 20 of us or whatever it is.
And there are 20 sunscreens on the table.
right.
Because we are
pale
an Irish
bunch.
family.
Yeah.
Caucasian.
The Irish side.
I haven't been in, I would say, 7 years now, since
I
like
think
maybe
so.
2017 was the last time. More, yeah. So 2017, I think, was the last time I went.
But there was always like you always had a sevens tournament like that weekend.
Yeah.
That was your job. That was your whole thing. You had to.
And flying from San Diego or wherever your tournament is to
All the way
to
to
the
the
East
East
Coast,
Coast.
Yeah.
that's tough.
So I miss that. I miss not, being there to connect because I love it. And I also was there, the last time I was there, I would have been 20. So I hadn't actually turned 21 yet. So I hadn't gotten, had those lit
She'd
times.
never had a drink.
I've never.
Never.
No, I hadn't
She'd
never
never
looked
had
at alcohol
a
at that
drink.
time. But because as you go older, I think you have to go through like phases. As you're young, it's like so exciting, blah, 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 blah. We go catch crabs, we do this. And then as you get kind of your teenagers, you're like, okay, what do I do now? But then I think as you get to like the older is, you're like, well, I guess I'll just drink. I'll have a beer, I'll have this. And
I've seen this progression with myself of like, I was always on the beach. Like mom and dad could not find me. But the older I get, the more I'm like, it's actually really nice just like hanging around the family and talking. And now like one of our cousins always gets so mad at me because she's like, can we go on a walk? Can we see the beach, please? And I'm like, I'm having fun up here. But okay, I'll go on one walk with you.
I'm jealous. I do want to go because you recently, like, Adrianna, you saw them at Easter. And I think a lot of people were asking questions about me.
They're like, I don't think Ilona exists anymore. I think Ilona's a figment of my imagination. I was fighting for you. Don't even worry. And I was like, guys, she's just busy. She's working. She's playing rugby. We'll see her in maybe 5 years, okay?
Yeah. All right, if we're lucky. What do you miss the most, Ilona?
I think I just haven't experienced it maybe as an adult now.
Uh-huh.
Like, I haven't experienced it, like, feeling more confident in myself, having money, like getting to do this. But I haven't experienced it in this phase of my life.
And I know you're saying, and I felt that transition too, where Adrianna's talking about it's like, oh, well, I was a kid and I wanted to make sandcastles, but now I want to like hang around people more and talk. And there's that shift and you feel like you're doing your younger self wrong. But it's like, no, that's natural to grow up and find new interests. For me, I had to shift it to be like, okay, well, I don't want to make sandcastles all the time. I'm not just going to be like, playing around. My sisters and I are getting older. What is it? I'm like, oh, well, it's just a beach vacation. I can still be an adult, but I get to like be on the beach. I will say, because it's such a funny time, like Memorial Day weekend is still early and the weather is very iffy. You're either going to get sunshine and gorgeous, like the promise of summer, or you're going to get rain and a more spring vibe. But becoming older and going, oh, I can make margaritas with my mom and then I can go read my book on the beach and like try to get a tan. How exciting. And so it's finding that switch and like growing up and growing into whatever it is that you want that you haven't really been there for. Whereas I was definitely flailing there for a few years and then becoming an adult going like, oh, I just get to do what I love, but now in a beach setting. That's so sick.
I think you kind of touched on it. I don't know if you've talked about it before, but our family vacations were never like go to a place and relax.
Yeah.
It was, we have an itinerary. We got museums to see. We got cobblestones to walk. So that was really interesting. And Olivia and I actually recently went to Bermuda and we shot for SI Swimsuit.
I mean,
thank you
for saying wait.
Well,
Ilona shot for SI Swimsuit.
I shot for SI.
I was there.
Olivia went, but we went to Bermuda. Beautiful place, first off. Really gorgeous. Extremely expensive, but really gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
But for like one day before the shoot, we didn't have anything on the docket and we were like, what do we do? So we just like hung out. We went to one beach, we sat at the pool, then we went back.
We're like, we'll order another rum swizzle, I guess, which is the national drink in Bermuda. Yeah. But we were so, like, we feel bad not doing something in a new place. Like, we feel itchy. We're like, okay, well, we're not fully experiencing it. We did not grow up just sitting by a pool, which is so cool. And I see the value in that now, but we feel bad being in a new place. So I guess we're also trying to unlearn that and just let ourselves not for 2 seconds, which I think we did a good job.
We did, but then our last day there, we were itching. We had to go see something.
Get into a museum.
We did make up for lost time. Lost time sitting on the beach, drinking and enjoying our day. We went all over the island and saw everything. This episode is brought to you by Dunkin'. So, coffee break. Ladies, how is it today?
ASMR.
Delish. I just tried their brown sugar shaken espresso. Whoa.
Is that like Sabrina Carpenter where she goes, shake that ass?
Yeah, it's her drink.
Delish. I haven't tried that.
Do you guys remember when there was a Dunkin' at the top of our street?
Oh, I do.
That is peak 90s behavior. Like, that was such an iconic time. But like, my favorite childhood memories were like walking to the corner with dad to pick up donuts. What a warming, like, just like nostalgic thing.
You go get ready for a beach day, you go to the lake and you go pick up a Dunkin'.
Are you out of your mind?
Before you head to the beach?
Wow.
Maybe a little bagel too.
I came. That's
You're crazy.
dream.
A perfect start to the day, I would say.
Yep. A little Dunkin',
Boom.
a little beach.
Because summer and America runs on Dunkin'.
Cheers.
Let's get into it. A little tea time today. Ilona, you shot with Sports Illustrated again. Look at you!
Ilona!
work, baby.
For our audio listeners, we're seeing Ilona's photo right now. So if you want to see it, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube, so go check it out.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, even shooting with them when I shot with them back in August, I think after the Olympics, like it's been my goal for a while to shoot for SI. And I even did like their swim search. I did all sorts of stuff. So it was so cool to get to do it again in a different sort of setting. Cause last time it was just about me. It was shooting my cover, but this was in there's a lot of models there. We got to shoot all together. But it was really fun. I mean, I think it was interesting coming from England where I hadn't seen the sun in, 3 months. So I was pale and, having a tan does make you feel better. And then also coming from when I shot in August, that was after Olympics. So that was, post Olympics where I had an Olympic body, right? Where I was working out and very lean going to the Olympics. And then now this was after 15. So my body was different. Even when I knew that I would shoot with them, I remember just like not wanting to change anything about it. Cause I always get worried, like looking back at the photos that if I try to change myself or lose weight for a shoot and I look back at it when I'm older, I'm gonna be like, oh, remember when I looked like that? But I actually didn't look like that. That was just me on an occasion because I did something. So I've never wanted to not be myself in the photos. So I never changed up what I was eating, what I was working out. I just kind of did the same because I think that that's how I look at that time and I want to remember that. So it was so great though. I got extremely tan to the point where I was like, whoa, oh, okay.
A fake tan.
It's a fake tan. Yeah.
Fake tan, yeah.
They do all the body makeup like the night before and day of. They kind of bronze you up and they make you all shiny and whatnot, which, I mean, coming off of a winter in England, we were pale. And so I think maybe there was also just that stark difference between the two, but something about a tan. I was looking at you shooting and I was like, that's the most gorgeous body I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God.
You get why bodybuilders do it.
Well, oh my God. I was like, that is the ideal physique. What the hell? Like, are you guys getting this? They are. They're capturing absolutely every single angle. But I'm like, you guys got to get a load of this
cameras
girl.
ripping.
No, absolutely. And then that's me too with my little phone. Like,
you know what though? I honestly always felt like sometimes a fraud in it though.
How so?
Tell me why.
I don't know. I just felt like, because I'm never trying to portray these beauty standards or I'm never trying to make myself, smaller, but I'm like, oh, is that what a tan is doing? Am I like, even though I didn't lose weight, is it that what it's doing, helping to make me look tinier? Like in a way, I think I struggled with it because I felt like, even though I felt really gorgeous and I felt healthy with it, like, I just feel like, oh, am I lying to the people? I've always tried to tell them to be themselves and to feel good about themselves and you have to change, but am I lying? So that was something I struggled with. But now I'm in San Diego, I'm getting tan again. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay.
You're like, this is
you
me.
You look so tan already.
Yeah, you look tan. She's been training with USA Rugby because we'll talk about this too, but another big fun thing this summer would be the Rugby World Cup.
Right.
So, you've been in training camp in that San Diego sun. Yeah, you're looking tan, but you're looking good, girl.
I know. And I do love being tan. I think that it does give you a little bit of, it's healthy, but also, I also felt really good when I was pale too. So I think maybe when I shoot with SI again, I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I want to, tan or should I leave it as is? Because I'd be beautiful either way.
Like
Absolutely.
Your natural, like
my
San Diego tan?
Probably like natural San Diego tan look. But I mean, Adrianna went with me when I shot in August and I was very tan then too.
We have this photo of both of our legs up against one another. And you wouldn't think we are sisters. Well, because also I am the palest already out of the three of us. And so seeing her fake tan leg versus my really white leg was crazy. Yeah.
But they do it for a reason though. It looks great in photos. Like the way it comes through, it's, it is about body and it's showing every single wonderful curve and angle on you. So I do like that. I like that it enhances what you already have and that you went into this not changing a thing about yourself. In fact, you were coming out of a winter playing 15s in England. Like your body was so much different from Paris, like you were saying. So I like that you let it enhance what was already there. And that's what's shown through is that I felt it when you were shooting. By the way, when this girl turns it on for the camera, I'm like, who is that? Who is that girl?
Into it.
She drops into it. It's like an alter ego, but it's her. All of a sudden she is the most like snatched, like she wants to be on top. Like that is the vibe that I'm getting is like America's Next Top Model. This is her. It's very cool to see.
Like when we were she shot her first one in Long Island. Was it Long Island? Yeah, Long Island. And I was like expecting you to like take a little bit to get into it. No, you took off your robe and all of a sudden you're just posing in a bikini. And I was like, I'm not ready for this yet. How are you ready for it?
When she started in Bermuda, because I wasn't able to be at her cover shoot in New York. When she started in Bermuda, they had her in this really cool pink stairway thing, and I couldn't see because there's already so much crew. She was just in this thing, and I was like, "Oh man, what's going on?" I finally I had to climb around and over and around, and I saw her, and I was like, "Ah!" Because she had turned it on. She is what's the term? Urethral?
You know what? I actually don't know either. Ethereal. Is it ethereal?
That's
ethereal.
It. Urethral.
She was urethral.
No, she was urethral, guys. Like the wind was blowing. They have little wind machines and stuff. And she was the sun was hitting her. And I was like, oh my, it was very cool to see. Here's the thing though. You don't see the photos until they come out, right?
For my cover with SI, I didn't choose that one. And I loved it. I was like, okay, I like that it shows every curve, but no, I didn't get to choose it. So for this one, again, didn't get to choose it. It was what they pick, what MJ picks. MJ is the editor of that magazine. And I actually messaged her years ago and it's funny, it's the timestamp on it was 11/11. I was like, that's crazy.
Shut up.
Yeah. So she messaged me after the Olympics, but she chooses it. She does a good job of just choosing ones that showcase so many different sides, not just maybe the hottest one or this one, but the strongest one or the one that's a little edgier, different. So she chooses this one. But as I look at the shots, it all looks so good. So I just kind of trust them. I mean, they've been doing this for years. I don't mind. I think I just sometimes don't like to look at what's happening as I shoot because then I'll start to think too much of it and I won't, be in it. So I love it. I mean, I get asked sometimes oh, was it just hard for you to be in a bikini? And I feel very confident, which has taken time for me. I mean, I went through my, full swimsuit tankini phases of not understanding my body, but now I love being in, bikinis and I love shooting in it. And I think I feel probably the sexiest is when I was shooting with SI. I feel very good then.
I mean, I know, but I want everyone else to know. What's the process for what bikinis you are actually in on the shoots days?
Well, they say smaller the better, which I love. This one was a animal theme shoot, so a lot of it was animal prints, and we do the day before we do go in and do a fitting and try out all the bikinis, and I was she was handing me these extra small bikinis and she's like, it'll fit, and I was like, okay, so I'm wearing extra small bikinis, but I don't know, you just feel good doing it. Maybe it's the tan, maybe it's the weather, it's the people shooting that just make you feel so good, but I've really gotten into posing and showing more of myself. It's never held me back, which I think you guys are getting into as well. Olivia, you doing it a lot. Adrianna, you're not as into it yet.
She's got a couple of beach pictures. Dre,
I got 2. I don't know. I think I don't have good swimsuits that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I just have swimsuits that you've gotten and then don't like, and then I get, so they don't fit my body well. And I will say, controversial, I don't really like the thong styles on myself, but I feel so many of the cute ones these days are thong styles.
Yeah.
And I would love a little bit more coverage. Just a little bit more coverage. But I think for me, also just sometimes when I'm taking these more photos that show more of myself, immediately when I see them, I'm I hate them. Delete these.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll come back to them in a month and I'm I looked good. What was I talking about? It just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I just am so critical in the moment.
Bikini and swimsuit shopping is tough. And I think that it would, you wear a lot of my old ones, or not old ones, or stuff that I get that maybe I just don't wear the whatever because I get a lot of stuff. So you wear a lot of that, but it is finding what works on your body too. That is so true.
I've found that I do not like high-waisted on my body. I don't I think for me, I almost feel it looks like I'm trying to hide something and I'm not.
Why are all the curvy ones the vintage high-waisted?
Yeah.
I think it's coming from a place that's not maybe the best.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you feel happy and confident in it and you feel beautiful, absolutely do that. But for me, when I'm wearing it, I feel like I'm trying to hide something, and it's almost accentuating what I look like I'm trying to hide. Whereas I'm like, hey, I have organs there, so that's why my stomach looks like that. So I like wearing a little string bikini. I like it. I think it like, yeah, the less is more kind of thing for me. But I also, I mean, tankinis are coming back. I feel like they were really hot last summer. I could see them in like little shorts.
Question.
Shorts and tankinis.
I thought tankinis was it like a higher waisted bottom, but can it be a longer top and a smaller bottom? Is that also considered a tankini?
That's what I think of as a tankini.
I think of it as like a one piece, but it's cut right at the like top of the where the bikini bottoms would be, so it kind of flows.
So it's literally like a tank top, but with bottoms.
So I haven't gotten into tankinis yet because I wore them when I was younger and maybe a bit more chubbier. So for me, it reminds me of the younger chubby days.
Same. I totally agree on that.
Yeah, like the insecure. Like for me, tankinis is like insecurity.
And can I ask this? The tankini craze, is she skinny or is it a fit?
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it is a lot of smaller girls who are rocking the tankinis. It's like, oh, it's cute. Whereas for, I think, bigger girls, if you were to rock a tankini, you'd be like, oh, you're trying to cover things up. So it's almost like a battle, I guess.
But you're
like
not, because like, it's just cute.
Yeah.
And it's kind of going back to like, yeah, your like younger years when you liked them and they were cute and you want to wear them. So
because they are cute.
Yeah. Hey, ladies, if you want to wear a tankini this summer, wear that tankini.
Wear a tankini.
Wait because it's cute.
Wear a cute tankini, though. Like, make sure you feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good in your swimsuits. That's key, because you don't want to be at the beach feeling self-conscious.
No.
Get a swim that's good. You know what? And if you feel good in a full suit, wear a full suit.
How do we feel about full suits?
I love a full suit. The only reason I don't wear full suits more is because I would like to tan my stomach.
Yes. Same.
See, why I like full suits? I don't have to sunscreen as much. Sometimes I will pick out my full suit because I'm like, I don't have someone to like get my back like that.
Right. And I like a full suit because it actually helps my yitties sit right. Do you know what I mean? So like there's more structure to it and there's more like pressure since it's like all the way down and whatnot that I can get my boobs to sit in the right place. But
how do you feel about underwire bikinis?
Oh, I've had them, but it doesn't feel like, essentially that's what a string does on a string bikini, but I've had some. It's whatever. If you need it, then you need it. I just am not trying to wear underwire at the beach. I would be topless if I could.
Heard.
Again, the main issue is the tanning my stomach, but I do love, like, I think some full suits can be so flattering as well.
Yeah.
The way that they shape and curve. So I'm pro full suit too.
You wore like one or two at your SI shoot in Bermuda.
Well, were they full suits or was one,
there was quite a few cutouts, but it was all one piece.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
Did it look like maybe a weed whacker got at it?
Yeah, 100%.
That's okay. That's okay. I think you looked fabulous.
Should we discuss the positives and negatives of having big boobs to small boobs?
Because let's do it.
Positives for small
I'm not doing
boobs.
anything. Let's do it.
Positives for small boobs. I mean, a lot of things can fit me. Like tiny bikinis can fit me. Little things, it's not much I gotta hide, right?
Right.
I get a lot of swimsuits. So I'm like, oh, I got a swimsuit, Olivia. And she'll try it on and it's like barely covering an areola.
It is. We are coming out the size of the sausage casing. Like we are. It is really something. Like all these cute suits that she was wearing. She got to keep like a couple from the shoot. She was like, "We'll try this one on." As she said, Areola City. Like they just don't fit, and then it looks wrong and weird because there's just so much extra going on. So just like my boobs are like eating it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're coming around. Like it's not giving it a big old hug.
Positive, looks great though.
Looks cool when you can get them to sit right. But I mean, I've loved having big boobs. Like we've talked about this before. I feel like I manifested them, but there are certain like cute shirts and stuff that I can't wear. And like when I'm going to like rent clothing or buy clothing, I need to go, okay, this looks so cute on that model, but would that work on me on top? Usually the answer is no. Something
Anything
surprise
that
you.
has seams for like shirts.
Oh,
you're like, we're not fitting in that.
Seams for like where the boobs should sit.
Yeah,
you're out of your mind. that's crazy. No.
Yeah. Positive for me, I don't have to worry about sexualizing things. You know, when you guys like put on tops and I'm like, put that away. There's
Put those
children
away.
around.
I'm like,
If I put on a top, I'm like, yeah,
there it is. There it is.
Wearing that to church.
Yeah, ma'am. But also, like, I guess I will say there's not, for me, I don't think there's a difference on like bra wearing or not. Because I hate a bra and I don't really wear bras anymore. I will just kind of like raw dog my shirts because I like it and it fits fine. And like, so you might get a little essence of a nipple, but I'm fine with that. I kind of like it.
Do you guys have back problems because of your boobs?
No, I don't know if I can really be included in Olivia's category. I feel like I'm really like right down the middle.
You're in the middle. It's Olivia.
Okay, well, then you need to speak to the middle.
Wait, close up on mine. Olivia's, Adrianna's, me. Olivia suffered from some back problems growing up.
You need to get special sports bras.
Yeah.
I needed to get like expensive special sports bras just to keep pitching my hardest at softball or whatever. If you didn't, you're just listening. My boobs swang all over the place when I just fake pitched a softball there. We've heard statistics about how, you know, many girls stop playing sports because of so many factors and reasons and self-esteem. But a big thing, I guess, that's not really talked about is like no access to like proper sports bras and the kind of equipment that allows them to keep playing sports. I was very fortunate in that like we had such an emphasis on athletics and sports in my family that my mom was like, yeah, I'll buy whatever bra I got to get you to help your, you know, sporting career. And this is important. And so they were these things that essentially like almost like it was like it like bound me in. I remember there was like clamps and clips and it was so thick and it sat here and I could like tighten the tops and like kind of press down just to be able to like run on the basketball court and like pitch a softball and like still play and be the best athlete and play the hardest that I could. And I'm so thankful to like mom for like absolutely putting an emphasis on that. But that definitely I think took from as I got older. I'm like, this is exhausting. Like I want to just play as hard as I can, but these are kind of in the way. So that was kind of a bummer.
Speaking to that, because Olivia and I went to Laos and or Laos. We went there a couple years ago and went to like, you know, remote parts of Laos, but there's a great program called Child Fund Rugby that brings rugby to these remote places. But the lady who runs it was telling us, you know, a lot of girls stop playing sports because they can't get access to sports bras. And two, because then they get like bullied for having boobs or like they're, you know, if they don't have sports bra, they have their boobs out and they get almost bullied for it, you know, or made fun of because of having their boobs out. So I always thought that was interesting and that's, I think, something I would love to start is how to get it so that there's less things stopping girls from playing sports, whether it's sports bras, whether it's periods and whatnot. It would always funny because mom would always ask me like, you want me to get you the good bras? Do you need like the $70 bra? I was like, no, mom.
No. Get her the 2-pack from Costco.
You can get me I just need more compression, not support. I'll be fine.
Like you just handed me one of the bras. Like she was just packing and I was helping her and she was like, oh, I'm not really wearing this bra. And I was like, that's a bra? Like that's a sports bra? It was the thinnest kind of like flimsiest thing. I was like, what do you mean you're wearing that for athletics? What do you absolutely mean you're not like being essentially like straight jacketed into a sports bra?
No. I like my boobs. I think I'm learning to love them. I think they're cute. I think that there's like such an emphasis on like, you know, bigger boobs, but I feel like my small boobs have actually helped in my career, like being an athlete. And because I remember, you know, you playing sports, even like softball pitching, it actually would get in the way for you. Whereas I was like, I'm actually okay. Yeah. So for me, I think almost being an athlete, the small boobs have helped with that. So what we're trying to say, guys, is all boobs are beautiful.
All boobs are beautiful.
All boobs are beautiful. Small boobs, big boobs,
medium,
asymmetrical boobs, medium boobs, asymmetrical boobs. And also, men will only love big boobs. Wrong. Okay. Don't fall prey to that. Men will love many things.
They truly do.
Yeah. Guys love boobs, period.
And girls love boobs, period.
Girls love boobs, period, too. Yeah, sorry.
So basically, we have a summer of no standing water. All boobs are good boobs.
Get your tits out.
Get your tits out.
Yeah, free the nipple.
Tankinis if you want.
Tankinis, full suits if you want.
Tankies if you want. So, I mean, I think we're really gearing up for a solid summer here. That's what I'm hearing.
Gosh, yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Dunkin'. We're New Englanders through and through, and we love some dunks.
We're drinking them today. What's in your guys' cups?
No, I just have iced coffee with caramel swirl and cream.
I got hazelnut.
Oop, I did iced coffee, but with vanilla. What are our favorite items? Like, say you were hungry right now and you wanted food.
Wake up wraps.
Period.
I get 2. I get one with bacon, one with sausage. Yum, yum, yum.
There's a special place in my heart for Dunkin' Bagels and a little strawberry cream cheese.
Are you out of your
mind?
That's bold. Okay.
Oh.
I also will eat a Dunkin' bagel with like egg, bacon, and cheese on it. But like,
Whoa.
and then I'll probably add cream cheese if I'm being honest. But that just adds flavor, you know.
It's a judgment-free zone.
And then I'll get a donut.
But like a summer road trip starting at Dunkin'. Wow. Powerful start.
You're
Fuel
2
up.
hours in and you pass by a Dunkin'.
Oh.
Should we? Yes,
Yeah.
you should. And we're going to have a great summer.
With
some
our Dunkin'. Because what?
Because what? America
runs
on
on
Dunkin'. This was your second year as part of the Sports Illustrated family. Did you meet anyone that you kind of connected with at the shoot, or, you know, what's next?
I had a lovely kind of model partner of the day, Ellie Thumann. And it was so cool because also I think what SI is trying to do now is have so many different body types. So here we had a girl who's, you know, has the classic model body type, very thin, tall, gorgeous. And then me, who's, you know, tall, but, you know, muscular and bigger. And so I thought it was so fun, but never seeing her shoot did it make me feel bad shooting. Like I was never like, oh, wow, she's really thin. She's really rocking that. Like I just felt fine. I felt good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where my confidence coming from, but I just felt like, yeah, I feel like I was serving. And I think once you learn how to pose your body and how you learn the angles that look right on you, like we were kind of commenting with Ellie Thumann, like she just looked great at all angles. Like just, you know, a class so beautiful at all angles.
Good
Whereas
at what she does.
Yeah, she's good at what she does. Whereas for me, I think with my body is there are some angles that maybe aren't as flattering or whatnot, but I've just learned how I want to pose that. There's ways that I want to, you know, show myself. And so that's something I think people also, whenever I take pictures of my friends, you know, and I'm like, all right, pose, and they just don't know how to pose. It's like almost you got to become self-aware and really figure out how to move, which one, you know, which leg goes forward.
How did you learn?
Best. I don't know. I mean, you guys can probably help me more. I don't know how we learned, but
I think just practice and like exposure
Trial
to
and
it.
error.
It's being on Instagram. You wanted to be good about photos and whatnot on the internet and be a part of
Yeah.
photo shoots. So you just set your mind to it. You're like, let's figure out what works for me and how I feel best.
yeah.
And you just know it. You hit these angles and I'm like, oh yeah, she gets it. So,
Yeah.
and I think what was cool about you and Ellie is like two of the most wonderfully kind people. And the two of you, the way you guys were chatting and kind of bonding all day was so great. And then you were posing together at the end there. And I was like, those are two models. Like the way the two of you look, the energy you're putting out into the world, I was like, those are models. It was so special to watch happen.
What I love is that our bodies are so different. And that's what I'm always trying to, you know, preach is that I'm never going to look like Ellie. I'm never going to be thin like that. I don't have the frame like that. You know, she's supposed to be that size. I really think I'm supposed to be this size. So it just doesn't come into terms with how your body should be, I think, and naturally how it feels, I think can really help you to kind of feel good in it and feel confident in it. It's not like, oh man, well, this is my body. It's like, okay, this is my body. This is what I got. It's got to work with. And so you just got to learn to work with it. And I think I hopefully have. I mean, we still take some pictures where I'm like, delete that shit. Never let that see the light of day.
But
know?
you aren't someone to be like, oh, I don't really like the way that this looks. Can you change this? Like you are just like, here I am. I'm going to pose. I'm going to pose. And that's what I look like. And I'm excited. Just make sure my tan looks even, please.
Yeah. No, I sometimes will post pictures that I don't even think are the most like maybe this word flattering, I don't mind using, but maybe it's not the most flattering for me. But I also think like that's how I looked at that time. So I'll post it. But, you know, I think it's just so cool to see all these different angles and pictures of myself because our body has so many different facets and there's so many different curves and dips and divots. So
There's so much to celebrate.
I love getting to show it as many ways possible because I think I'm trying to figure out, you know, for me, I am body positive a person, but I think I'm for those girls who are bigger, who are muscular and whatnot. So I want them to see me out there as well. And there were so many other great models on set too, who, you know, also embody different body types. And I just loved watching them work.
Funny story about it is that mom, when our Cherry Bomb cover came out, all together as sisters, your leg is very much so front and center. Like it's a lot of leg and your dress has a cutout here on the side. And when I was like revealed the cover to mom, she was like, oh my gosh, Ilona's showing quite a bit of skin. I was like, hey, have you forgotten that she's the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit? She's had way more than that out. And she was like, oh, you're so right. Never mind.
Funny. There are times where I'll post pictures. And I posted one where I was like holding a medal and I like covered my boobs. And I was like, I think I told mom, tell dad not to look at Instagram today or something like that.
And then mom's like, great, Oma's going to see this and I'm going to get a call right away.
Yeah. Our Oma doesn't like a lot of it, but she also, if anything, she won't tell me she doesn't like it.
She'll complain to mom.
She'll tell everybody else around
She'll tell
Ilona,
everybody else
Ilona.
but me. But also, I think she understands that she might not understand it. Like, she would never do it, and it's so different from when she was growing up. But I think she gets that it's what is done now, and she feels very confident, and it's good to do. So she might not complain to me about it. Oma, if you're listening, I know you don't like all the pictures, but just let me do my thing, girl. Let me do my thing.
Let me work. Thank you for your genetics.
I'm
Love
cooking
you so
for
much.
you, okay? Yeah. These are your genetics. I'm showing off, woman.
Yeah,
But
you're welcome.
it is funny. Like, I think she's also figuring out too, like, what's okay now. I mean, I don't know. It's
and
funny.
I think even with the podcast, she listens and she tells mom, like, they don't need to be talking about all of that. They don't need to be saying
She's
it.
gonna
Like,
hate the boob segment.
she's gonna hate the boob section. We said areolas way too many times. But I mean, I think that it's cool, and I hope she's starting to understand that, like, yeah, times have changed, but also like this does bring a lot of joy, and I hope comfort to people who also, you know, have big areolas, like have whatever.
She
like it's
gets
just,
it.
She does get it. But
She
if
would never
do
do it, but she understands a little bit why we do it.
Is she gonna say something
she
about
just
it?
she wishes that it was someone else maybe saying it, not her
maybe,
granddaughters.
Right.
Totally freaking possible.
Love
but-
you, Oma.
Love you, Oma.
We're going to wind down today's show with a couple rounds of Perfect 10, but a game where we imagine a perfect friend or partner with an unusual flaw. First one is Perfect 10, but he refuses to wear sunscreen.
Committed to his vitamin D consumption, I guess.
But that's too much.
Depending on his skin complexion, if he's good in the sun, okay.
But
Still
even
a
then,
little. You
always
gotta
wear
have
sunscreen.
some.
You gotta always wear sunscreen. Fine, I hear you. All right.
Melanoma waits for no one.
Literally.
Oh no, I'm wasting no one. I'll go with a 6, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's
drop down.
good.
That sounds about right, actually. I like that. Okay. He's a 6,
Reversing it.
but he has a pool.
If he has a pool, he must have a house. I'll bring it up to an 8.
I like that. I'm going to go 7. I'm just going to go 1 up.
So he's maintaining it, and a pool is a lot of money to maintain and pay insurance on, so he got money.
So true. The insurance.
So I might go 8. No. I'll go 7 as well.
What if it has a water slide? Does that bring it up at all?
8.
Doesn't have a
amount
water
of
slide
floaties.
that works. Like there's running water, so you're not like
Right.
down the slide the whole time.
Just one of those really tiny yellow ones.
They're a perfect 10, but they hate your family's cooking. 0.
0.
0. If you hate my mom's cooking, there's something
Seriously
genuinely
wrong with
seriously wrong with you.
Yeah, and I get that everyone has a preference, but you're wrong.
I'd be concerned for you.
Yeah.
I won't go 0, but I think I'll go like a 4.
Okay. Why is that?
Maybe they're not from America. Maybe actually our mom's food isn't their cup of
It
tea.
doesn't matter where you're from.
Mom's food is just good.
I'm saying
doesn't
I know.
matter.
No,
I
I'm
still
telling
like
her you
4.
said this. I'm telling her
I'm
you
She's
said
gonna
this.
listen anyway.
I'm gonna call her.
That's crazy. Okay, so you're just gonna bring some around. They're not even gonna sit at the table. They don't even like it. What are they
Well,
gonna order?
better eat it.
Order McDonald's to the house?
Oh, maybe they're just he ate beforehand.
I'd bully him to the point where they should leave. They're gonna
You're the
leave
worst.
you. Your sisters are really mean. Yeah, buddy, get out of here.
Yeah. Get out. We won't let him near the house.
Get out. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine your boyfriend was like, that wasn't that good? I'd be like, what wasn't that
My
good?
jaw would be on the floor.
I know. I wouldn't understand. I'd be like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I didn't really like your mom's meal. Sorry, what did you say? You didn't like her meal? What do
I'd
you
call
mean?
the police probably.
What do you mean you didn't like her meal?
Yeah,
it's
it just
mom's
wasn't for
parsnips
me.
dish.
Yeah, well, no. Rutabaga.
It's the rutabaga. Yeah, well, hopefully she's not sewing that.
Hopefully
but-
she's not serving that.
No, I'm not messing with him at all. Because if you don't like that cooking, you won't also like the food that I eat,
Yeah,
right?
right. And I will say, like, even if you have any kind of allergies or things to avoid, mom will cook around it.
She's
great about
She can
it.
and will.
She'll make
Our cousin
it
is
great.
gluten-free. Our cousin's favorite chef is our mom.
Yes, it's true. Bunch of allergies. She works around
Bunch of
them.
allergy.
Oh, yeah.
He loves mom's
Peanuts.
food.
His sister, eggs.
Eggs. Brutal.
But mom's a chef.
Mom. He gets excited when he hears that mom's cooking. I love that. Perfect 10, but they always instigate expensive group trips, but are never the one to organize them. Honestly, like, that's not that bad to me, though.
That's not bad to me at all.
Because if you have the kind of power to motivate people to actually
Yeah.
come together,
That's what I'm thinking.
use that power for good. Like,
The
and then
spark plug.
spark plug it, but make sure you pay the money and show up. Like, if you're the one instigating it. But if somebody else wants to
Actually-
organize,
Olivia's itching to organize it.
no, I'll do it for real.
Yeah, if anything, there's somebody else who's gonna want to organize it better than you.
Who
So-
probably maybe couldn't come up with the idea themselves, but once that's an idea, they're like, oh my gosh, yes, let's do it because X, Y, and Z. So actually, like, I'll keep them as a 10. That's great. They get the people
Yeah.
going. They are a person to the people.
Now they instigate said group trip,
Mhm.
but then drop out. I don't like flakes.
I really
Unless
don't
it's for
like
something
flakes.
serious, then go for it. But also,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
that one gets dropped a little bit because of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's situationally dependent for sure, but I don't know if people are depending on you and you're yummy.
Like a 7,
I drop it to 7, 8.
depending.
7.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original presented by Duncan. America runs on Duncan.
Be sure to watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind-the-scenes content. See you next time.
Bye. Thanks
See you
for
at the
coming
beach.
over.